Hello, and welcome to another How to OU at USU. Very good. In today's episode, I don't know, whatever you want to call these, we'll be going over how to set up a left-aligned feed looking layout. It'll look something like this. So this will be our kind of default wireframe, where you have something, some sort of content on the left and then content on the right that takes up more. And we'll look at how to set this up using the resources available to us from Central IT's web team's website. So we'll go ahead and go into the folder where we want to create this page, and we'll create a new one. New page. We'll call this, again, left aligned feed. Cool. And we'll create that. Normally, yes, you'd have to set up your page title and your description. That's not what this video is about. Check out the other videos to learn how to do that. Your page would never get published if it didn't have those, or at least it shouldn't, because that's just bad. Kind of dumb. Cool. So we are in the new page we created. We'll click the green edit button, and we'll go straight to our source code and just delete all of that. We don't want any of that. Go away. Or we can just, Control A, delete, still get rid of all of it. Then from there, we're going to go to Central IT's website. So that's just it.usu.edu. And then we're going to go /web. And that'll bring us here. And then we already know what we're looking for. We're looking for column layouts. So we'll go ahead and search for column options. And now we have some options. Cool. It also gives us a little bit of information about, we could also use the snippet tool and that sort of stuff. We'll use the snippet tool just to set up our first column, and then that'll take up the full width. We'll turn on show block so we can see where we're at. Then we'll go ahead and start creating our layout. So we want it to look like this, right? So we'll just kind of peruse until we find right there. We'll find the layout that we want for a row, and then we'll copy that layout. And we'll go just up into our source code, and we will paste that in a couple of times. So that, 3 times. So that way we have exactly 3. And that'll give us the layout that we want and need. We'll save that real quick. Cool. Looking good. And then we'll go back into our edit, show blocks. I don't know what we want to call this. Cats feed. I don't know. Everybody has cats tick over the internet or something, right? Then we want to set up proper headings. So we'll go ahead and quadruple, we'll highlight everything in our header and change that to an H1. If you needed a paragraph, you could keep that. We don't for this one, so we'll just delete that. Ooh, we have an extra paragraph still too. Let's gently delete that one too. Be very careful. And I don't know. Cat 1. So this will be cat 1, and this would be a description of cat 1. This doesn't matter. This can be literally whatever you want. We've already created the layout. This is just where we put in the actual content. So description of cat 1, and then we'll be kind of careful as we delete the stuff that we kept to help us keep the editor happy. We don't need this here header, so we'll delete that. We're gonna delete all of this text real quick, and we'll do it very carefully. We'll add that extra space just so that way editor stays happy with us. And we'll go into our source, and we'll upload a picture of a cat. And all these photos, they just came from Unsplash, so you can go ahead and get them for yourself if you want. That file name is bad though, so we're gonna rename it right now. In your file names, you want to use all lowercase and separate everything with just hyphens, so just remember that. We'll upload that and insert our video or our cat picture. We need a description, so cat one. Always include a description. It's useful for screen readers, so that way they can describe what's going on in that image to people using those assistive technologies. So click OK. That picture's kind of huge. I don't want it to be quite that big, so I'm going to go ahead and highlight it and right click, insert edit image. Then I want it to be just smaller, maybe like 25% as big. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to add a class to it. So I'm going to select custom, and then I'm going to say W hyphen, W for width, and then hyphen just to let me specify that I want it to be 25 for, take up 25% of the width. That'll shrink this cat down some, this picture down some. Then I'll click OK, and there you go. That looks pretty good. And then let's say, maybe that's a little too small. So let's go ahead and make it a little bigger. Let's make it 50. These are all just Bootstrap 4 classes. You can learn them from getbootstrap.com or from these videos, however you want to. Cool. And then let's also center that cat, right? So let's go back. So we got the right size. Now we need to add some more CSS, some more classes that are going to help us center align the image of this cat. We'll do that by adding dblock for display block, and then mx auto for take up a equal part of the margin on both sides of the x-axis, both the left and the right, the x-axis. So automatically fill the x-axis with margin. Click OK, and then we could go ahead and keep doing that for our other two. Whatever you want it to be. Once you're kind of happy with it, you save that. Once you're happy with it, obviously, it would not have lorem ipsum. All your headers would look good. You're like, wait, the picture's gone. It's there. It just hasn't been published yet. If you go back into edit, you can see it again. So nothing to worry about there. You just need to finish up, and then once everything's good to go, publish or submit for publish, and then once it gets approved, you'll be able to see it, and we'll actually be able to see it right now because I just approved that. And we'll come over here and Control V. We just took that slug, right? The part of the URL that comes after the domain name. And there we go. Cool. So that has been a video on how to set up a feed looking layout. I call it a feed layout just because it's got, something on the left, something on the right. You could use this however you want. And you can set that up using the resources available to us from Central IT's web team's website. So cool. Oh, look, they also have another option. So if you wanted to include like a vertical bar to separate the things, you could do that. So cool. Thanks. Bye.